Flip Nibbles, J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. And we got 3 goddamn paid skis. Pretty quick goddamn paid skis, though. Nothing like too elaborate to talk about. Hey, works for me. Makes them nice and goddamn easy. First one from Dylan Adams. Paid question is, what's up, Natty Daddy? Horrible. Not sure what the fuck that means, but I'm here. Have you ever listened to Gangsta Fag before? I guess it's a band. He's a solo black metal artist. I'm curious to know if you think he's a poser. Oh, I've never fucking heard of him, dude. I mean, is he on Metal Archives? Let's see this fucking shit. Yeah, irrelevant, bro. He's not on there. I mean, granted, not that Metal Archives is the be all end all. I'm still fucking mind boggled as fuck as to why Last Days of Humanity is not on Metal Archives. So it makes no goddamn sense to me. Just a pure goddamn gore grind band. I mean, literally their first album. I'm sure a lot of people don't realize this. The sound of rancid juices slushing around your coffin. Where they got that title is literally from a lyrical clip from Carcass Recon Putrefaction. Um, they have gore grind on Metal Archives. I could understand if maybe they didn't put a band on there. They're like, this isn't really grindcore, gore grind, or death metal. It's just a noise band. Like, for example, Stalag. Let's check to see if Stalag's on there. There's Stalag's not music, so it has no business being on Metal Archives. Let's see if they're on there though. If they're not, that makes sense. I'm assuming I spelled this dumbass shit right. Yeah, no, it's not. Which makes sense. I was about to fucking fall out of my goddamn chair. Fucking Stalag's on Metal Archives, but Last Days of Humanity isn't. The only reason I can think of why Last Days of Humanity is maybe not on Metal Archives is that they consider them more of a noise band, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. Fucking ever. Um, their songs are catchy and memorable on the first two for sure. That's kind of why after and I've said this a million times, why I fell off after the second one, because it wasn't noise. It's just it was extreme. Let's be extreme just to be extreme. You could tell that they were now that they influenced other bands. Like I said, dude, right around that 2005, and yeah, right around 2005 would have been their third album because their second album was I think 2000. The first album was 96, I believe. Could have the year slightly off, but I'm pretty sure the first album was 96. Second album was 2000. Third album, okay, so even if it's before 2005, 2000, I'm pretty damn on that goddamn money. Right around there is when bands were now influenced by Last Days of Humanity and competing with each other. And it was, dude, it was so fucking, I should know I was there. That fucking line. It was obvious. It was obvious at the time. That's why I fell off checking out most brutal shit. And again, going back, stuff like heinous killings and stuff, I found out about them years later. I always knew who they were. I just never bothered to check them out. I'm like, more of this gurgle fucking competing with each competition bullshit bands. I figured that went back to them years later. I'm like, oh, this is actually good. They're unique. The Predator vocals, they stood out. But for the most part, I stopped checking bands out of that style because I'm like, dude, it was obvious just a competition, and it was getting more and more ridiculous. It was more fucking yo boys after another, but yet they're trying to be the most goddamn extreme. It's like, why didn't you try to capture from all goddamn aspects? Get that goddamn image fixed. Get that goddamn Adobe Photoshop bullshit ass covers motherfucking fixed, and try to write extreme tunes, but with catchy, memorable songs. But 99% of them weren't. And Last Days, I think, kind of fell into that category. It was all decent, but I was like, you could tell they're playing with hyper fucking speed, and it was really blurred together. Those first two though don't. They you can literally. I'm not gonna say you could it's easily as digestible as fucking King Diamond or some shit. Don't take me out of context, but I'm just saying for grindcore, it's it has no reason not to be on Metal Archives any less than a band like a Gothicles or Phobia or straight up grindcore gore grind bands that are on there. Like, why aren't they? But others that I you know the answer, fucking let me know. But where the fuck was I going with that on this goddamn guy's thing? Oh yeah, as far as Metal Archives, yeah, this guy's shit. Never heard of him, but it's not a Metal Archives, but so it makes it kind of yeah, I don't know anything about him. So can't tell you if he's a fucking poser or not. He's irrelevant to me, so I don't really give a shit out of the fucking way. And then he says, "I'm curious to know if you think." Okay. Also, do you think Chuck Chandler might have been a silly Billy? Serious question. Love you, dog. You freak. Silly Billy, is that a fucking code for goddamn Fruit Loop? Uh, I mean, not Fruit Loop, fruitcake. I suspected that. I mean, watch my back catalog, bro. I talked about it. Um, some people got all offended by that. I was like, hey, I don't fucking care if he was. I can care fucking less. I mean, it takes nothing away from the goddamn music. Um, I'm not one of those goddamn people that gives a shit about another man's sexuality. I just don't like the wimpification that is attached to it, and the you can't say this, you can't do that. This is how I identify myself. I don't like all that bullshit. And cancel culture goes along with all that crap too. I don't like all that crap. But as far as who likes who, I give two fucks about that. That means absolutely nothing to me. Just don't be a complete fucking sissy about it. Man up like goddamn Halford, and we cool. I got no problem with it. But I mean, if I was to make an educated guess, I suspect that about Chuck. He sounded like one to me. He sounded very feminine. He very pushover. I mean, kitty cat sweater and a goddamn fucking in a goddamn video. There's an interview. It's on YouTube. I've seen it. Yeah, I like cats too, but Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, what the hell is a grown man wearing a kitty cat sweater? That's something like, hell, I wouldn't even expect a goddamn young lady to be wearing a kitty cat sweater. If I saw like a 23-year-old fucking chick in a kitty cat sweater, I'm like, that's like something I would expect like a 75-year-old grandma to wear. Like, I mean, that's as unmasculine as it gets. I mean, you're supposed to be the creator of death metal or one of the co-founders of it at the very fucking least. And then, where you saw when the musical shit stemmed, and then, yeah, I mean, he's on record for saying people know that we're in the round. I've been told point blank by guys that he's said it too. Basically, fuck death metal. So all the guys, that's the big four. He didn't like the shit. After spiritual healing, he was trying to turn his back on it. That is a well, I didn't hear him say that. He might not be on a YouTube interview, but I'm saying the guys that were around the time of the Florida scene and shit that known him had point blank told me that he fucking has said that shit. Jeff Walker said the goddamn same thing. And well, the person for Jeff, some of these guys I'm not gonna throw the names on the bus because I don't know if they want me to fucking say it. 19 fucking 90 tour, U.S. tour when they're here, and I'm not even say the goddamn location either because might help give it away. But friends with Walker, I don't even know why anybody cares about this stupid death metal shit. Just all burn. He was burnout back then, bitching and whining the whole goddamn tour. That was they toured together too, and that is one of the goddamn shows I would have loved to have seen. Is the Symphonies of Sickness tour? Carcass opened up for Death. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Pestilence was on there too. Um, I was never the biggest Pestilence guy, but I guess demos and shit are okay. Um, just never was big on them. I was more of a Carcass goddamn Death guy. Would have liked to have been there. So Death would have been on Spiritual Healing, Carcass on Symphonies, and yeah, Walker was definitely saying it on that actual tour. Point blank, have been told goddamn stories, and then slightly after that, uh, Chuck was the same thing. So that's why another reason why it's like these fucking total newbie goddamn just kiddos in their mom's basements. That's in the big four death metal. They got two death metal. They got 2.5 death metal records. Spiritual Healing, I would say, is about a 50-50 death thrash record. First two, death metal albums. Demos, Mantis, death metal demos. After that, Human and shit is not goddamn fucking death metal. It's still metal. Everything is metal. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not death metal. So you can't put them in the big four of death metal. And then the fucking guy who writes it all, his band, literally fuck death metal. So it's irrelevant fucking kiddo dumbasses, and not that, well, God, everybody's knows the goddamn scuttlebutt behind the scenes. You didn't need to. You just listen to goddamn music. It's fucking obvious. And Mr. Kitty Cat Sweater, so that's big four death metal. Mr. Kitty Cat Sweater, give me a fucking break, bro, town. So yeah, I mean, Silly Billy for sure. I mean, I thought so. Like I said, don't carry the way, but to me, when I first heard it was a live bootleg LP that I picked up, and then even at the hearing them live at the show talking, I immediately thought that, and as the years went by, and especially as social media came out and stuff, I was surprised that nobody pointed that out. Not that it needs to be pointed out, just that it would be just said it even accidentally. I'm like, yeah, I automatically said that. I thought that was just 13-year-old J Dog thought that. Oh, yeah. This guy's a silly Billy. Okay. I, yeah, yeah, it was pretty obvious. Uh, expedite, expedited death. It's a goddamn paid shout out. It looks like he says, "Yo, J Dog, need another. Oh, so you already did one. Need another shout out for my label, Ham Ham Ask Records. Thanks, Brotown. So I think is that how Hama HAMASK Records. Ham Ask Records. So his goddamn store is hamaskrecords dot STORENVY.com. What have you put out and shit? I mean, I'm sure we traded with you and stuff like that. Oh, what the fuck? You got all my shit on your shelf and stuff like that. You don't know who I am. I mean, I recognize the name, but no, I don't set up the goddamn Chase's fucking trades. Goddamn Sea Dog does, and the wholesales. And quite frankly, unless you've done something that I really like or collect, and you have a consistency for doing it for like Vic Records or something, then no, I don't know who you are. That's just the way it fucking rolls over here. Goddamn it. So what was all about? Yeah, you got a fucking cool some distro on your first page. I'm assuming these are all just distro. You got At War, Order to Kill, Crunchell, Southern Cross Ripper, which we were the initial label that put that out, and then High Roller Records reissued it what last year, year before. Iron Angel, Hall's Crossfire. So this is all distro shit. Looks like a lot of high roll. Oh, you got some Shadow Kingdom Record stuff on there. Cruel Force. Got a cool looking Bathory. I'm a presumably bootleg tape, which we all know boots are best. Goddamn it. Um, any releases? Here we go. What have you put out? So you're mostly cassettes. Am I reading that correctly? I mean, yeah, your band sound, Sadistic Force and shit like that. I recognize those and Sodomy, Terror Cross. We've had that, but can't say if we've had these exact ones. Yeah, you look like a true underground metal label to me that is very much gonna be if you're a fan of like a lot of Hell's Headbangers releases, over the years. Like I said, bands like Trench Hell, Vomiter, a lot of the Australian scene, Grenade, Shackles that we worked at, also the Nuclear Now scene. Um, Fans of Sadistic Intent, Disaster, that stuff. The flat brim wearing fucking brutal death metal, shit, bro. Most of them fucking posers don't like this kind of shit because it's real goddamn metal. Um, Hence why, put it this way, Ham-ass Records, the metal you're putting out, I guarantee you, there's always some dumb exception to the goddamn rule, but for the most part, they don't disagree with, if you want to call it J Dog dress code, which is not even my fucking dress code. It's just common fucking sense. But we've already been over that. Most of those guys would know. And again, if they disagree, like, well, I don't really care, bro. They'd be chuckling, be like, yeah, I don't care, whatever it says, but I can see where he's coming from. I guarantee that's that crowd. As opposed to you tell some guy in goddamn off Pathos Records, just pick some random brutal band, they're all wearing ball caps. You tell it, they're just like, what's this guy talking about? Like, what's wrong with wearing a Raiders hat on stage? What do you mean, baggy blue jeans? I don't know. What's the problem, bro? That's what I always wore in high school. Right. That's the problem, goddammit. Last goddamn paid ski, and we'll call it a goddamn day. Trying to keep these vids a little bit goddamn down. The views have been dog shit, so dog don't need to seem to be pumping an overtime on them if they're dog shit goddamn views now, does he? Andrew Brown. Question. Hey, J Dog, for some reason, even though I am a fan of Exhumed and Newthrush, I just found out that Matt Harvey did guitar and vocals for them in 95 to 96. 3 splits in 1 demo, a live compilation, and an EP. Good stuff, of course. Just wondering if you have heard these and your thoughts on Newthrush with or without Matt Harvey. Never listened to Newthrush. I think maybe I heard that Matt helped him out. I'm sure that's his boys, his buds, or I'm sure it's that. Just like he was in Grave Hill. And I thought Gravehill was okay. Not awesome, not sucky, just decent background death metal from what I remember. But yeah, I'm sure that again that's Matt's boys, so help him out, which whatever, that's cool. Um, Newthrush it looked like hippie fucking just wanker goddamn metal to me. Know nothing about them, never heard them. We've carried them. Uh, could be the greatest goddamn thing since sliced bread. Maybe they blow away goddamn Cannibal. I highly doubt it, but I'm just saying, like, it just looking at it, the name, the logo, the image, the aesthetic. Here he goes, here he goes, judging a book by its cover. What the fuck else am I supposed to judge shit by, unless somebody tells me what it is? When you got just metal rain in the fuck in on the daily. So if there's 24 hours in a day, let's just use some simple math. Obviously, exaggerated numbers are just fake numbers because I don't know the actual numbers. Never did the goddamn math. There's 24 hours in a day, and let's say you add all the albums up, 7 inches, 12 inches CDs, maybe cassettes, throw them in there, and you got 48 hours worth sent to you every single day. 48 hours worth of music on format coming in daily. That's what it averages out to. Because I guarantee you, it's at least that. It's probably way more than that if you add up all the goddamn time frames. Okay, well, theoretically, it's already impossible to physically listen to it all because there's only 24 hours a day, and you got double that. Well, you're not exactly listening to metal or anything 24 hours a day now, are you? Theoretically, you're sleeping at least goddamn 8 hours. Okay, I guess that gives you max. If every second of the day that you're up and you're not, other than sleeping, you're listening to music, you have 16 hours a day. That's a lot of shit you got to skip out on, bro town. Yeah, I'm going to judge a book by its fucking cover. Now, if somebody came over and be like, J-Dog, News Thrush, holy fuck is it good. Way up your alley. Socks were blown off. Gives the TISH a run for their goddamn money. Pauls, they ain't got shit on the Grush. Oh, all right. Sounded pretty goddamn fucking appealing. You're making it sound promising. I'm thinking about checking this out. And it's got to be someone that knows me, too, not some fucking sponge dog or in the goddamn comments. Your opinion's relevant, dude. You're a complete stranger and you have the sense of humor of a fucking 5-year-old, so you care less what the fuck you think, to be completely honest with you. Somebody that knows me and whose opinion's a goddamn relevance. Then, yeah, I'll check it out. Otherwise, yeah, that book is being judged by its fucking cover. Gotta place it somehow. And it didn't look awesome. So I didn't fucking check it out. So that's where I stick with the goddamn Grush. What do you think of the goddamn Grush? Apparently Matt Harvey's on it. Is Matt Harvey on the fucking killer? I don't fucking know. Never heard him. So, maybe if I brush my up one and I see like Matt's on it, maybe I'll toss the goddamn player knowing that now. So maybe I think I heard that, but I can't fucking remember. So whatever. Comes with Sergio Ledoux. Put the got box in the morning. Later, goddamn it.